Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Everett reels upon learning new information about himself while Nicole rejects Brady's critical request. Xander is thrilled to see Sarah's brought Victoria with her upon meeting in the interrogation room. She tells him that Harris is awake. Nicole tentatively approaches Brady in the square. She tells him Holly is awake and should make a full recovery. Brady is thrilled to hear it, but wonders why she didn't tell him sooner, knowing what it could mean for Tate. Nicole defensively says they're fastening on Holly's well-being and getting her better. She nearly failed. Brady understands that, but he's upset about his son. Nicole says she talked to Holly about the medicines, but he wouldn't like what she said. When Stephanie comes to the Horton house to help with the rebuild, Julie tells her about her visit with Everett. Julie understands how delicate the situation is, but Everett truly cares for her. Stephanie thinks they should concentrate on the task at hand. When Julie mentions Everett working with Marlena, Stephanie stiffly says she hopes they succeed in restoring his recollections, as much as it scares her. Further, Allison Holker talks Siddict. Late hubby Stephen Everett meets with Marlena in her office. He's alarmed about what he could learn about his history. She asks about his first recollections after he came out of the coma. Everything was fuzzy, but he remembers a nanny going in and out of his room and a croaker. Who asked his name? Marlena assumes he told the croaker. It was Everett Lynch. Yes, he says. Because that's who I am. When Marlena asks about Everett's foremost recollections, he recalls how his beautiful, kind mama loved to singe. Stephanie brings a box of salvageable clothes downward to Julie, who shows her one of Doug's compendiums still complete. Roman and Chad show up with milkshakes and breakfast sandwiches from the cantina. Julie is touched to have musketeers and family like them. She instructs them to be on the lookout for a key to the time capsule. When Stephanie inquires, Julie shows her a print of the box they set up in the fireplace. After Julie leads Roman to the vicinity to skim through cabinet work, Chad asks Stephanie where effects stand with her and Everett. Further, WCTH's new Elizabeth? In the burned-out Horton house, Chad and Stephanie partake in tender look. They stand with cardboard quilting boxes. Further, where to get your favorite cleaner characters' dresses in the square, Nicole tells Brady that Holly's still foggy about that night, but stated the medicines were hers. Thus, someone must have slipped them to her. Someone, Brady virtually shouts. His sprat would not push medicines on a girl to take advantage of her. Nicole doesn't know what to believe. Brady begs to talk to Holly, but Nicole won't disrupt her recovery. Perhaps when she's stronger. In her office, Marlena looks through a train that Jada transferred over on Everett. She reads that his name is Robert Everett Stein, and his mama's demoiselle name is Lynch. As he tries to reuse this information, Marlena asks about his father. He draws a blank. Marlena agrees that it's presumably because of the accident, but Everett wonders why he'd annihilate his father from his mind. In the interrogation room, Sarah explains that Harris said he doesn't flashback who shot him. But on the outside, he can't say for sure that it was Xander. Xander asks if she believes he's innocent. Of course, she believes him. She'd no way bring her child's son to visit a man who just tried to commit murder. Xander can't stay to come home to her and Victoria, but makes her promise not to go back to the apartment until everything is sorted. She promises, but bemoans how chaotic effects are at the Kiriakis' manse. When she mentions Constantine, Xander remarks he's not crazy about her and Victoria being around him. Further, youthful Sheldon spin-off is a go. Brady and Tate exchange frustrated looks across a table in the halfway house. A Sweet Bits bag sits between them. Brady brings Sweet Bits donuts to Tate at the halfway house and tells him that Holly is awake. Tate excitedly assumes Holly told everyone the medicines were his. Brady regrettably tells him she didn't. Nicole comes home to Holly in the living room. As the teen enjoys her donut, Nicole gently recounts running into Brady, who refuses to believe Tate gave her the medicines. He didn't, Holly emphatically states. Why would she indeed suppose that? Who differently would do it? Nicole prodigies. Holly doesn't know, but is positive Tate would no way do commodity like that. Further, who'll put an end to Clyde at the sanitarium? Marlena suggests hypnotism to Everett, who defers to her. As she rummages around her office to schedule it, Everett gets a textbook from Stephanie. She wishes him well at his appointment and informs him she's at the Horton house. Talk louderly? At the house, Chad retracts his question, but tells Stephanie she merited better from both him and Everett. Had the timing been different, he'd like to suppose effects would have worked out for them. After ignoring about a Six Flags trip with the kiddies, Chad offers to hear if she ever wants to vent. They clinch as Everett arrives to see them and snappily leaves. Chad and Stephanie are happy to be close again. There's nothing they'd want to do to peril their fellowship. He asks to walk her home. Outdoors, Everett gapes off hardly. Further, for Paulina to live, someone must die. From the living room hall, Everett watches Chad and Stephanie embracing in the Horton house. A altitudinous graduation is propped open behind him. At the DiMera manse, Nicole asks who differently would have given Holly the medicines. Holly recalls Tate trying to move her not to take them. At the halfway house, Tate implores Brady to believe that the medicines were his. Brady does, but wonders how they prove it. Tate says it's his word against Holly's. At the manse, Holly again tells Nicole Tate would no way force her to take anything and storms out. In the interrogation room, Xander promises Victoria he'll be home as soon as the gods smile down on him, which he prays will be soon. Brady begs Nicole to save Tate. Days of Our Lives prove that Brady is a much better pater than Tate gives him credit for. Despite Tate telling his parents to leave him alone and whining that they were not supporting him enough, Brady is ignoring the putrefied brat and continuing to try to exculpate him. You owe me one. Once upon a time, Brady went on the run with Nicole so that she could keep guardianship of baby Holly. He took Tate, and the four of them played happy family for months. Brady is going to be leaning hard on those recollections when he pleads with Nicole to let him speak to Holly, so that she can admit that she bought the medicines that she overdosed on, not Tate. However, also she should have no problems with Brady quizzing her if Nicole really thinks her precious queen is innocent. And if she suspects that Brady is right, also how can she justify Tate serving time for a crime Holly committed? No way. Surrender. Xander has gotten down with plenitude of crimes in Salem. But, for some reason, he's convinced he wouldn't get down with this one, the bone. He actually didn't commit. It's up to Sarah to help him this time. She'll play cheerleader and prompt him no way to give up. She's got as important to lose then as he does. After all the time she forgave him for his bad deeds, how disturbing would it be if he was actually penalized when he was innocent? All hands on deck. Helping to clean up the fire damage at the Horton house is a great occasion for Chad to pump Stephanie for details about her unstable relationship with an inversely unstable Everett. In the meantime, Everett goes to Marlena for remedy. Because he clearly needs it. Will these two get the answers he so desperately needs? Violent session, contending request, feeling deflated. Days of Our Lives allude at some intriguing moments in the land of Salem. One character has a violent remedy session, while another begs for some time to talk, and someone is feeling deflated about their situation. What kind of drama is set to unfold during Wednesday's show? Time to dive right in. Days of Our Lives. Everett Lynch's therapy session. Days note that Everett Lynch will meet with Marlena Evans for a remedy session, and effects get violent, fast. Will Bobby Stein face? Will Marlena find suggestions to what's going on with the whole Everett/Bobby thing? Suckers will have to tune in to find out. Days of Our Lives violent session, contending request, feeling deflated. Speaking of, added teasers reveal that Chad DiMera and Stephanie Johnson will have a converse about Everett, and the rearmost on what he's going through. Are these two headed for a reunion? DOL. Brady Black's request. Over at the DiMera manse, DOL indicate that Brady Black will supplicate Nicole DiMera to allow him to talk to Holly Jonas. Now that she's awake, the youthful lady might be Tate Black's only stopgap of being released. Will Nicole allow Brady to talk to Holly, considering her son has only just woken up from her months-long coma? Across city, Julie Williams will need some help, and Chad, along with Roman Brady, will advance a hand.